are joining other schools in helping Kenya to break a world record of reading the same text, same time, different venues. Pato, Shana, and Tosha. Who are they? The communities?
Southeast, and Central.
Sasa ni saya nini ye?
Story time.
Sasa ni saya nini ye?
Story time.
Sasa nini ye?
Sasa
story ye.
Story time.
Sasa nini ye?
Sasa story time.
Sasa nini ye?
Sasa story time.
Sasa nini ye?
Sasa story time.
The town was in the middle of a vast area. It started right there. 3 communities. The Northins, Southins, and Centins. Which communities?
Northins, Southins, and Centrins.
The 3 communities relied on water drawn from a borehole in the center of the town. But the water was drying out. Somebody was stealing water from the borehole. Tosha, Shana, and Pato were young friends from different communities. They discovered that it was the invisible aliens who were sucking water from the borehole. The aliens were shaders from a dry planet. But people did not believe the children. Instead, people from the 3 communities accused each other of stealing water. The police chief called a meeting at the borehole. Everybody had to attend. During the meeting, a Southin pointed at a group of Centins. She said, "The thieves are from that community." One of the men in that group spat at her. "Two, you must be a thief. Guilt is making you accuse others." Northins wagged their fingers at Centins and shouted,
Thieves, thieves, thieves.
Southins wagged their fingers at Northins and shouted,
Thieves, thieves, thieves.
Centins wagged their fingers at Northins and shouted,
Thieves, thieves, thieves.
The police chief raised her hand until there was silence. We are here. We are here to find out who is stealing water. Do not speak unless you have useful information to offer. Pato shivered.
I saw the thieves. They are invisible, but I saw them. They are ugly blobs with balls on their skin.
Pato's father interrupted. How many times have I warned you not to hang out with strangers from other communities? Pato wriggled away.
My friends are not strangers.
I heard them.
Tosha shouted.
The Shida spoke in a terrible voice. I asked them, "Who are you? And what do you want?" They spoke in a mechanical way, like metal grating on metal.
They said, "Shida one. These humans seem to hear us. Suck them." Shida two. I have tried, but he is resistant to our power, just like the other 2. If they unite, we are doomed.
And I sense their thoughts, said Shana. They plan to suck all the water from our town.
A Centin sneered and said,
Nonsense! This Northin is blind. How can she know anything?
Shana retorted.
Disability is not inability.
Anothin spoke up.
Never believe children. They love to make up stories. But this is the wrong time for stories. Our town is facing a huge problem. We are running out of water.
A Southin shouted.
Without water, we will die.
People pushed each other. They growled at each other. They made faces and raised their fists as blows started to rain. A woman screamed, "Ooh-wee!" A child fell, kuduk. An old man fainted and got stepped on. The police chief blew her whistle, loud and long. Police officers pointed their guns at the crowd. People stopped fighting. They stared at each other with angry, accusing eyes. Suddenly, Tosha stood as still as a board. He stared at Pato with frightened eyes.
They're here.
Tosha said,
They're saying,
"Shida one, Sak Hada, Shida two. Today we will suck all the water from this borehole." Pato spied a weird shape staring at the crowd. It looked like two see-through blobs joined by a long trunk. The creatures floated around above the ground,
Let me listen to their thoughts.
said Shana. She listened carefully.
They plan to suck dry anyone who tries to stop them.
She said. Pato shivered and said,
Is it my imagination, or are the Shidas getting bigger? Are they sucking the crowd? Look, people are falling. If we unite, our power can stop the Shidas.
said Pato.
Let us hold hands.
They got scared when you said that.
The children held hands. What felt like a powerful bolt of electricity sighed through them. They almost fell. Pato felt power passing from their hands up into his eyes. He stared at the Shidas. Pato shouted.
Shidas, beware the power of united tribes.
Shana shouted.
Shidas, beware the power of united friends.
Tosha added.
Shidas, the power of three will destroy you.
Umoja, 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 umoja. Umoja, 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 umoja we. Umoja. Umoja, 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 umoja we. Umoja. Umoja, umoja, umoja we. Umoja watoto he. Umoja, umoja watoto he. Umoja. Amani watoto he. Amani. Amani watoto he. Oh, and that was our read aloud of the book Attack of the Shidas. Which book?
Attack of the Shidas.
Which book?
Attack of the Shidas.
And that is the end of the read aloud. Thank you. Mosquito, mosquito! Catch it! Confuse it! Confuse it! Kill it! Kill it! Good. Describe an example of discrimination in the story. Yes?
Discrimination in the story is they discriminated Shana, the blind girl, when she was speaking.
They discriminated Shana. Okay? I have a book for you. What are some of the problems that those in your community are facing?
Lack of income in the society,
Lack of income in the society.
lack of employment,
Lack of employment. Good.
lack of food,
Lack of food. Mosquito. Catch it. Confuse it. Confuse it. Kill it. Kill it. Kill it. What are some of the problems that communities in Kenya are facing? You got a question? Let's go.
The lack of schools,
Lack of schools,
floodings,
flooding,
other school droppage,
school dropouts,
and also
droppage, and
also children lacking food.
children lacking food.
If people unite about school dropouts, we can educate those people who are dropping out of school that it is important to go to school, but because it is your future, it will help you in future.
Makofi. You're almost getting a book,
We can come up together and talk, and we can decide to plant crops so that when we are in shortage of food, we can take the crops from the farm and we can use them.
Makofi. Moscow mosquito. Moscow mosquito. Catch it. Confuse it. Confuse it. Kill it. Kill it. Kill it.
I felt wonderful. It was interesting. I liked the way they united and fought the attackers. If we unite, we can fight our problems.
Oh, the experience was awesome. The learners were awesome. The coordination from the administration was apt, and I want to say it was such a great experience, one of a kind. The first impact, one, it's revolutionizing the reading culture. You know, for you to be a good writer, you must be a good reader. So this campaign aims at creating read aloud sessions. These sessions aim at making the learners love books. They are bringing books alive. The main thing we want to achieve is to break the world record of reading same text, same time, different venues. And the second thing we want to achieve is to revolutionize the reading culture. When the two are done, we shall be very happy.
Yes, Mr. Pungulu, Angala, and the crew. We feel honored. We are very grateful. We have no words. We thank you very much for thinking of our school. And we believe we'll come here again and again and again. And we have learned something when we are reading. We learned the variation in intonation, the actions you are putting in. This made the story come live.
This is going to make a very big impact. It's going to create reading awareness. In fact, most of our pupils lack what we call concentration. But as they were reading, I saw them loving it. So it's going to create a reading culture in our school. I would wish to encourage boys and girls that it is good to read. A child who is a reader is a child who is an all-round child. If we create a reading culture within us, then we are going to go to greater heights. I would want to thank the media team. I would want to thank the Story Moja team for having thought it wise to bring this to our school. And in fact, the choice of the book that you brought, The Attackers. Children, it is a wonderful book, and I believe if we all try and buy this book, we are going to do well, more so in the area of English, the subject of English. It is going to improve our study of English and even our performance. I've loved the book. I've loved the choice of words and even the story in that book. It's a wonderful one. And I would encourage us to try and get a copy and read.
My name is Michael Okoth Oriedi, the head teacher at MM Shah Primary School. Yeah, we have a library, but of late the books have gone short in supply. And even the relevance of the books that we have in the library today may not satisfy the need of the learners today. The books have been a great support to the culture of reading in this school, and we are gearing towards improving the numbers. The numbers are few. The library should be a key resource in every school, because without reading, the children cannot develop confidence, logic and reasoning, and all skills in manner of learning. Read Aloud program is the in thing today. The children, like my children, so many of them were willing to take part. But you remember, we have a very large number of candidates, and therefore everyone was jostling just to take part. So I believe if this program is done with a lot of preparedness, it will help our learners develop that confidence and even develop creativity among them.